Hold on, guys. All right. Sorry about that. I had to run upstairs. Hey. So, poor little Maxie Poo. Hi baby. I was bringing Mia to work and had to stop at the pharmacy to grab a prescription. So there's obviously a lot more going on with these blockages and blocking, and the read I just did when it comes to resilience, being resilient, bouncing back, whether it's you, whether it's kids. There's clearly extremely karmic energy out there, and it's important for you to decipher what type of energy you're dealing with, right? Like if somebody is just blocking you because they're nervous to talk to you, or they're fearful, or it's intimidating. If people are blocking you because, you said something and it angered them and made them angry, and they don't want to take accountability or, talk it out, they block you that way too. So this whole bouncing back and resilience, this read we just did prior to this conversation that we're having, please know whoever is coming towards you or blaming you, however it's going down, you just know who you're dealing with, especially if you have children, because there was children coming up in that read as well, and I used personal examples for different scenarios that you guys might be dealing with. And again, you could probably find a couple different scenarios, if not 4 or more, depending on everybody's situation. So not everybody's situation is karmic. Not everybody's situation is going to play out the same way. But there is energies, and there is going to be situations that are unpredictable, uncomfortable, and it is what it is. And I talked about that when it comes to especially parenting. It's not always going to be comfortable situations. Not everybody is going to see it your way. There's karma attached to every situation, whether or not you want to play it, whether or not it gets played out the way you feel like it should be played out, whether it's manipulation, whether it's fear, whether it's just straight up fucking disrespect. And I almost bounced on my phone in the car. So I know this is a big deal. I know this energy is coming towards you. And it could be, again, very much somebody that you're dealing with, and maybe they're dealing with their karmic. Everyone's situation is going to be different. But if you're dealing with somebody, for example, say, I brought up my personal situation and needed to explain to my son. I had said to you guys, it doesn't matter if my son has 3 different kids' mother and it takes him 10 years to learn the hard way before you mature, whatever the case may be, or the scenario plays out. But you better take care of all 3 of those children and make sure all 3 of those children know that they have step siblings. Okay. And then, people learn later in life, so be it. So I use that for an example too, when I was telling you guys, that it's an uncomfortable situation because I got to tell my son the same scenario, like in the sense of, you never treat a woman that way. And it's awkward because I never thought I'd be put in that situation. And the scenario I'm in is their father blocked me literally from the telephone months ago. And for the craziest fucking reasons, because he's with somebody who can't accept that he had a past, he had a fucking family, and that's between them. Okay. But my children know that I'm blocked. Like, and how is that okay? And I know this conversation is going to trigger some things, but this is what I'm talking about. You need to know exactly who you're dealing with, who's coming around the corner. How do they treat their own children? And if they don't have children, how are they going to treat your children if you have children? Because what if there was ever an emergency and I can't get through to you and something happens to one of your children? You want to live with that guilt? Or you say your kids are older, so, you don't need to associate with me anymore because our kids are older and they can speak up. But what if they have something to say, but they don't want to speak up because they don't feel comfortable fucking speaking up? So I'm in a situation where I can't even fucking co-parent because of who he's with. Okay. And that's on them. That's not on me. I took myself out of that situation a long time ago, the day he walked out the door. Did I think it would end up being like this? Absolutely not. But I'll be damned if my son, for 1 second, thinks he can just block his kid's mother because somebody else is uncomfortable with a situation. And it's unfortunate that I'm put in that situation because of the kid's father not making it real fucking clear and putting his foot down from the beginning that this woman plays a part of my life. We have 4 children together. It's not a topic. It's not up for fucking discussion. But he didn't do that. Not everybody's going to do that. So it's an awkward situation that my kids find themselves in. Okay, there's so much more that I'm not even getting into because there's no need, but I'm just giving you one tiny example. It's uncomfortable for me to bring up certain conversations with my son because it's like learning from example. He knows what's going on. And I'll be damned if he ever puts anybody in a situation like that. And I don't care if you have a psycho fucking kid's mother, you make sure there's an outlet in case there's an emergency and someone needs to get a hold of you. You don't block that fucking outlet. Okay. And it's not fucking kosher when something comes up and I just think nonchalantly, no big deal. Hey, for example, hey Mia, will you just, run this by your dad? Say, I got to talk to him about school. Cause that recently happened and he got all bent out of shape that she really relayed a message. I would never put her in that situation again. Ever. Cause then she gets upset. And then there's nothing I can do. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I was fucking blocked. Who does that? Talk about the ultimate fucking disrespect. Okay. So again, that's on them. Okay. And it's unfortunate that now my children all have to experience things like this. And I mean, but guys, it's fucking life, and I got to explain to my son that that's not normal. You don't do that. Like and I can't just say, oh, it's on her. Because then that's a whole nother fucking topic. Okay. So I don't know who's coming your way, but you need to be aware that energy is out there. How does this person that you're dealing with, are they blocking their kid's mother, their kid's father because of how somebody else is going to react? Or are they blocking it because someone's just fucking psycho, but smart enough to leave the emergency line open to get a hold of somebody else? Do you get where I'm going with this? Because do you really want somebody that comes into your life and you think everything's all good and you're happy that, okay, good, I don't have to worry about their kid's mother because they don't really talk? Or, you know, he gets mad at her once in a while, so he blocks her, so his priorities are right. No, his priorities are ass fucking backwards. You don't want somebody in your life like that either. So please be aware of this energy that's rolling around when it comes to blocking. People might just block you because you said something that they don't fucking like and they don't want to take accountability for something. So block, I'm done with you. Their ego got in the way, or fear got the best of them. It's things like that. You know, so there's all different type of blockages and blocking and doing it for the right reasons or the wrong fucking reasons. And you are going to find yourself in uncomfortable fucking situations, especially if kids are involved. And I doubt this is coming rolling back around again for me. It might, now that I'm bringing it up and using it as an example, but that's fucking life. You think it's comfortable for me to have these fucking conversations with my children? You think it's comfortable that if they happen to listen to this video and have to like really put things into perspective? Because I don't talk shit about neither of them. I never have. I've always been really, really good about what I say and how things are presented. But now that my kids are getting older, the older ones see shit situations we all been through. You think that's cool that my 16-year-old knows that his father blocked me because of somebody else? As if we never had a fucking family? How do you think he feels? Do you think he's mature enough to sit down with his father and say, Dad, this is how I feel, and it's upsetting? He's not. But Dad thinks he's old enough to have these conversations. So I don't give a shit who you are, how old you are. You're always going to want something that you didn't get from your parent, love, money, whatever the case may be. You can be freaking 50 years old. Do you remember that day that your father never came around and you sat out the fucking window waiting for that person to show up and they didn't? How do you think your mother felt when it broke your fucking heart? And you're 50 years old and you still remember that. But yet you're just repeating history and not really thinking about how you felt, but you're doing the same things to your fucking children. History repeats itself. This is karma. Karma repeats itself. It's not something that just goes away and you brush under the fucking rug. So please be aware of who is coming into your life. And if they are a father, they are a mother, how's it going with that other person? Don't be like, all right, cool. They really don't get along. That's good. I'm going to be priority because the last situation I was in. But you don't know. But you don't know the whole story. And if someone can't be open and honest about how things go down or how they went down or, I don't want to talk about it because of fucking pride, this and that, or it's nobody else's business. It is, if you're sleeping with somebody, it sure as fuck is that person's fucking business. Especially if you have children. And right now, if you're that person and you don't have children, this still has to do with conditioning when it comes to parental figures and who raised you and role models. You don't just brush it off that, somebody's in, mom's life or dad's life and yada, yada, yada. And, the kids just, we know why he's doing it or why she's doing it. Okay. That doesn't make it okay. There's only so long you can let your kids keep saying the same thing and same scenario before a conversation needs to be had or a situation comes about. You know what I mean? So everybody's scenario is going to be different. I'm not sitting here just purposely calling out my fucking ex. I'm just giving you a prime example of the fucking energy that's out there right now. And you don't want energy like that coming towards you. Or somebody who blocks you because they can't handle a fucking conversation, or somebody that doesn't respond and they just go silent instead of blocking because they don't want to deal with anything emotional. You don't want this energy coming towards you. And now if they're working through their blockages, that's different and you can find balance, then fine. But the energies that are coming around, it doesn't look like energies that can be balanced out right now, if that makes sense. Others, yeah, you're probably moving on with your life. Other people aren't going to like it, yada, yada. But it is important for you to know how something is going down in somebody else's life, especially if there's children involved. Because a lot of people like to say, well, that's my business. Don't worry about it. You know, it's between me and them. If you're sleeping with somebody, it is your business. So if you're dealing with somebody who's telling you don't worry about it either, that's our business. No, bye. You're done with that one too. This is the energy that's rolling around, guys. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we? So not everybody should be friends. It's like the two songs that came into the reading, Candle in the Wind, one that can't accept gender or homophobic or just prejudice in general. And then another scenario where it's like you can't be friends because of 100 different fucking reasons. You keep me hanging on, you know, somebody who never, you know, takes accountability or settles down. So be careful what type of energy is coming your way, especially if no one's taking accountability. And it might be uncomfortable. This energy might not even come in yet, and you are dealing with an ex or somebody fucking hits you up and it has to do with your children, and you're like, oh, yeah, here we go again. You know, because this can trigger some shit too. But I'm over it. I don't give a fuck. I will raise my son to have fucking the ultimate respect for whomever he's with. And with my girls too. You know, but especially him and being in these situations. It's only hurting the children. And then it hurts me if they're hurt. But it's, you know, but if somebody else can't see the bigger picture, it's out of your hands. You know, you got to do what you got to do. And it sucks playing mom sometimes and being the hard guy or the good guy or playing dad, you know. Especially people pinning each other against other people and you don't realize it's happening. You have one opinion, they have one opinion. So their opinion's wrong when they're at your house, and then when they're at the other parent's house, their opinion's right, vice versa. You know, if you can't co-parent, at least be kosher and have respect for the other parent. Again, it's the energy that's out there, and it's, you know, and you guys had the card of resilience. Yep, you're going to bounce back, so something's probably going to roll around, but you know what? You're going to bounce back. Kids are resilient. They're going to bounce back. Say you end up with somebody and they have children, and for the longest time you didn't want to connect because of the children. Don't worry about it. Kids are resilient. They bounce back. You got to know where you stand and how you're handling your life and the way you raise your kids. And if you're sleeping with somebody and they got children, you want to know too. Did they make mistakes? Okay. Are they working on them? Are they trying to mend things with their children? Or are they going to continue to be stubborn and just still have their thoughts and deal with, you know, be traditional and the whole conditioning thing? Because you're going to run into the same problem that the person before ran into. Because eventually it's going to need to be dealt with. So you do want to be aware of the energy that is coming into your life. And just because all this is going on my end and has been over the years, I've never brought my situation or drama to anybody else. Ever. It's mine. You can know what's going down, and this is where I stand with somebody, and it's unfortunate, or this is the way it is. But I don't bring the drama, but they still deserve to know. You know, where everybody fucking stands. You know, these are not awkward. These are not easy situations. These are awkward. I'm probably back to triggering her or him if they come across this. But what, you know, I don't give a fuck. I'm more worried about my kids coming across this. But they know it's uncomfortable. But you don't do that. You don't act like we had a family of 20-something fucking years and 4 children. Now that your kids are fucking halfway grown, that you don't have to have anything to do with me because the person you're with has an issue with you having a fucking past. Jealousy, me bringing you up on fucking YouTube, even though I don't fucking run my mouth about fucking either of you, and I only use you as prime examples. And when I did bring up my ex, it was never in a negative way, and it was never intentional to throw digs. You know what I mean? So that's on them. I'm over it. I'm fucking over staying silent and being fucking quiet about shit. So that's how I know this for a fact. This energy is coming back around. For a damn fucking fact. Okay? So it is what it is. You're going to bounce back. Don't let it get the best of you. Too fucking bad. It's not my job anymore to make him look like the fucking better person. And it's not okay that my children blame the other person in the sense of, oh, it's just because of, this, we know why. Okay? But that's okay for him too, to know that his kids think that way. It's pretty fucking crazy. It really is. It really is too bad. And I hope it all works out in the end. But it is going to come to a point where something is going to have to be said. And it already has been said when it comes to a couple things. Because there's no way in hell that my child or any of my children are going to think that's okay. Whether you had a relationship, which is a sexual relationship, and had a child and you never really knew who each other are, figure it out or be kosher. You don't ever play something out like that. I'll be damned if my kids do. So there will be times where it is an uncomfortable situation. And then the other parent doesn't want to play that role either because it's uncomfortable to talk about it or bring it up. It's fucked up. But clearly this energy is here. So if this isn't happening between you and your kids, it could be happening between, somebody who wants to come back into your life, whether you guys fix it or not. But are they trying to fix things? It could take years to mend something, but as long as they're working on it. And if someone can't talk to you about someone's kid's mother or kid's father and without getting mad or blocking, you don't want to be with that person either. Where's the future there? They're not doing it for your own protection, your own safety. They're doing it to guard their ego. So they don't have to address fear and take accountability for shit. So know if somebody comes into your life and they got kids and they don't want to tell you what's going on between you and the kid's mom and know it's all good and it's not and your intuition's telling you. Listen to your fucking intuition, guys. Don't put yourselves in these situations. A lot of people think time passes and that makes things better. It doesn't. And then you got other people out there, that you say something that pisses them off and then they just fucking block you or they delete you off fucking social media because they don't want to address what's bothering them. So they just block it. Okay, bye. What are you going to do? You're going to chase that fucking person down? Why are you upset? Why are you mad? Fuck that shit. We have one life to fucking live here, guys. Why don't you live it to the fucking fullest? You're doing good at the end of the day. You're doing right. You're being honest. You're being authentic. You're doing all you can do. Then I'm proud of you. You should be proud of you. And keep it moving. That's life. Because you're going to have a lot more matrix connections than you will spiritual. That's for damn fucking sure. That's why we have best friends. That's why other people come into your life. That's why, pets, animals, friends, whatever the case may be. But this type of blocking, you got to know, you got to address what needs to be addressed and why someone's blocking. Or why somebody doesn't want to talk about something or doesn't want to let you in. Everyone's scenario is going to be different. And so if you find a blockage, find the blockage. Work on it. Don't sweep it under the rug. And others of you, it's just going to be the same old song and dance and just let it go. Let it go. It's not worth it. Don't get into other people's fucking shit. Like, just let it go. They tell you it's not your business, so be it, then it's not your business. But that person no longer has business with you. And you stand fucking firm. And you stand in your fucking morals. And you accept what needs to be accepted. Somebody wants to come in and apologize, so be it. That doesn't mean that you're just supposed to end up with this fucking person. What if you already had goals and things in fucking place? Are you going to stop them because they don't fucking like it? Or are you going to try to compromise with them knowing that they don't fucking like it? Because clearly the collective is about to be fucking tested. Are you still going to pursue your own fucking dreams even though somebody thinks you should do something else for a fucking living because it's more of a conservative approach? It's more practical. It's more, it's a safer fucking route. You want that person back just because they came back and now they're apologizing? Are you still going to be able to accomplish what you are already accomplishing or working on with them out of the fucking picture? We're all being tested. My spirituals are being tested. We're all going to be fucking tested here. All of us. So it really depends at the end of the day what's best for you and how authentic you want to be and how genuine you think this other fucking energy is that's coming towards you. Because you're going to have to learn to trust. You're going to have to learn to feel safe again all over again. Stuff like that. If you want that type of love, you want that type of life. So be very aware of the energies that are coming towards you. Has there been growth? Has there been maturity? Are they discussing things before when they would just blow it off? Are they doing the same shit, repeating the same fucking cycles? Maybe they repeated the same cycle. But if they come back and they own it, and they apologize, maybe it could be fucking mended. Or you're just going to keep accepting that it's none of your fucking business what's going on with somebody else. And I don't care if you guys are just fucking friends. It's your fucking business. And if somebody wants to act like it's not your business, then you no longer have business with them. And that's where you should stand firm with conviction. There's no doubt this is the energy that's coming towards you guys. And it is going to be fucking uncomfortable as people proceed and move forward and evolve and allow change to fucking happen. It's not supposed to be fucking comfortable. Sometimes you got to play that role. And honestly, I'm just sharing this, my personal side with you, because I know a lot of you people are dealing with shit like this, and it sucks. It's not a situation we ever thought we'd probably find ourselves in, But again, at the end of the day, as long as you are who you are and you're being authentic and you're raising your children or whatever the situation may be, you're good. But there's still going to be times that come into the picture and it hurts. But you got to work through it and talk through it, especially if there's children. And tomorrow's a new day. Next week will feel a little better. It might seem a little easier. You can't keep taking accountability for somebody else's fucking bullshit. That person has to take accountability for the damage that was already caused. And some people will never do that because they don't have it in them to admit and to take accountability for what they've done. But they could if they wanted to and fix it. But you come into somebody else's life. You don't get in between the other people and the kid's mother or the kid's father, but it is your business to kind of know what's going down. And there is some people that do count on that other person that's by their side to kind of, morally support them, knowing that it's just a lot that's going on, and it's a very biased opinion too. But if somebody wants to tell you it's not your business, then honestly, I can't express enough that then it's no longer your business. Because one fucking life we have here, guys. One. Make the best of it. Don't keep going in cycles and cycles and cycles because something's fucking uncomfortable. Somebody else is going to get hurt or it's going to be uncomfortable for them. Got one fucking life, guys. One. And you want to lead by example when it comes to children too. And it's not fucking easy. But there is scenarios where the other person shouldn't get involved. And then there's other scenarios. Hello. Hi. Good, how are you? I just know he wanted it ASAP, so I'll make it work. No, my follow-up, well, the MRI was supposed to be yesterday, and the follow-up was supposed to be today because he wanted it all done as quickly as it could be done. So yesterday got canceled, and today's obviously got canceled. So I know he wanted to pretty much do it back to back. He even called it like a wet read, but at least the next day, depending on the timing of the MRI. I believe maybe 1:30. I can't remember. Somebody called me. So just tell me where. I mean, even if I can get that right, tonight's not a cancellation and have to wait a couple days, that's fine. Or I'll find a way to squeeze me in depending on the results, Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't think he wants to wait that long. Oh, jeez. Okay, and just, right. They don't keep spots open as stat. It was taken. I mean, yeah. Right. Yeah, I don't know if you want to obviously run it by his nurse, but I don't think he's going to want to wait that long. I mean, I'm not even allowed to do physical therapy. We're going on way too long of nerve damage and not finding out what's going on. So if that's the only one you have, I'm going to take it, but. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. So sorry, guys. What's the date on Friday? It's 23rd. It's not back till 12. It was just us in spirit. Anything else to be aware of? Gotta be careful here too, because it's a life purpose. You know what I mean? So you gotta be careful who comes back into your life. And it's when you have past lives with people too, it's heavy energy. It's definitely karma being played out with conflict here. But at the end of the day, appreciate kind of what you already have. You say March 5th? I actually already have 2 appointments the same day for March 5th with a different neurologist there. One is to go over their last MRI at the hospital, and then to do the EMG. I believe it's okay. So we're going out to the 6th. What was the times again? Okay, I'll take the 10:45. Now, okay, so who's reading these while they're out of the office? Like, who's reading? Like, so say this can't wait to the 6th, so I have it done Friday. And okay, yeah, right. Okay, just wanted to make sure that was. They'll call me in. Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure. Okay. This.
All right, so I have you all scheduled. So your MRI is all set for Friday, and then your follow-up on the 6th.
Okay. Okay, and then March 5th, I do have 2 appointments there, right? One's the EMG. Okay, so that the following day is telehealth. Perfect. All right, but the 5th I have to go in. And then the 6th I'll be meeting with him. Right, is that 6th going to interfere with the telehealth with the other neurologist? Well, what time is my telehealth with? Well, I'm meeting with Angela and then the other one. Okay. Well, that's who I'm having the telehealth with on the 6th. Right. That time doesn't interfere with me coming into the building to meet with the doctor on the 6th, though, does it? Since they're both the same day. Okay, so if we can get the telehealth sooner, though, because I know we were just going to do it the same day with the results with the EMG. Because I also need those results from last week. And what? No, the EMG is for March 5th. The follow-up for the results for the EMG was also on the 6th, the same day. That was just booked for that doctor. I know, it's crazy. I just went this last week with a different receptionist, scheduling 5 things at one time. Yeah. She was going to go over those results with me. Well, the EMG would be on the 5th. I thought you get it the same day. So I can't, you're basically telling me I can't come into the building and see the doctor and have a telehealth the same day? Okay. All right. So I will go with the 7th. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do. Okay. Okay, so EMG on the 5th, the 6th is with the doctor, the 7th is telehealth, this Friday MRI. Okay. I'll do the 8 a.m. on the 7th. Nope, I'm good. I wrote it all down. All right, thanks so much. Yeah, you too. All right, sorry about that. A little bit of chaos. Just catching up. To be respectful, why don't she just deal with her personal and then come back live? Oh, well, what's the point of shutting down and then coming back on? I think I share enough personal stuff where I kind of get where you're going, so you probably just haven't been on the channel. So, but thank you for the well wishes. All right, so as I was saying, back and forth, there's going to be triggers, there's blockages, and there's all different type of blockages. And this morning, before I initially started reading, I talked about like own personal blockages or thinking or wondering in regards to the other channel if it was a blockage. So this energy is out and it's fierce and it's coming your way. So just be careful, and at the end of the day, make sure you're associating with people you should be associating with. And, if there is conflict, is it being handled the right way? Is it being dealt the right way? And especially just be grateful for what it is you do have currently, because it can be so much worse, because people can get caught up in this type of energy. You know what I mean? So again, not to put my own personal information out there, but in medical, I share with you guys anyway, in the sense of what's going on with that. But like in regards to me, myself, and I, and the children, and that's, I'm using it as a prime example and a learning tool for everybody. And everybody goes through things, and not, can't always keep your fucking mouth shut when it comes to certain stuff. You are going to be put into uncomfortable situations, and it's life. It is what it is. But it's also up to you on the outcome and how something is projected and how you move forward. Okay. So, this energy is fierce, it's strong, and it's coming. And I feel like we're all being tested, in our own different ways, whether it's medically, whether it's physically, whether it's emotionally, it has to do with the past, and you got past life right here. So, those always have deep connections. There's always a little bit like, keep me hanging on, from the reading this morning, which this is kind of just a continuation of the read from this morning when it comes to resilience. Okay. So there's always going to be some type of battle, some type of conflict, whether it's you, other people, you're going to say stuff other people aren't going to like. It is what it is, but you got to stop hiding behind other people, or stop not saying what really should be said because it's uncomfortable, or, you don't want to cause drama, or it doesn't even boil down to that. If somebody else sees it like that, then so be it. But there comes a point in everyone's life where things need to be addressed. They need to be situated, especially if children are involved. Where are your morals? Where are their morals? So you're going to step out of your own morals because somebody else's morals aren't like yours? Are you going to sacrifice your own morals to make other people more comfortable? And people are doing that. Or they're just straight up blocking you because they got pissed off and somebody's fucking livid and they don't want to talk about it and yada, yada, yada. So they just block you. Or maybe you're not blocked and somebody just went silent because they're waiting for you to chase them down because they wanted to play hard to get, or whatever the case may be, or they don't want to confront you because they don't know exactly how you feel, and until they have some type of confirmation, they're not going to pursue you because, God forbid, their ego gets fucking bruised. This energy is strong, and it's out there, and it's coming your way, and you are going to be tested. And people that do come your way, they have karmic situations that they're dealing with, and they need to wrap up, and they need to be honest with you about those situations too. Because if situations are coming back and it's time to mend, or whatever the case may be, don't think something is not your business. and it is your business, and if you're told it's not your business, then you no longer want business with them. And that's the truth. And that's the reality of a situation. You got to be very aware of this energy. It could have to do with work. It could have to do with an ex. It could have to do with a child. It could have to do with a best friend. All that stuff. Just remember to stay graceful is what I wanted to say. But don't forget to remember to have that gratitude of what you do have. Try to stay grounded, like I said. A lot of conflict here. And I almost said the same thing with the life purpose. Like, are you still going to go after your goals? Are you still going to move to that location because that's where you wanted to move, but this person comes back around and all of a sudden you guys are going to work on it, but they didn't want to make that move before? So you're only putting yourself in the same situation. Are you going to stay behind? Are you going to sacrifice what it is you want in your life because somebody comes back around and apologizes? Get the fuck out of here. It doesn't work like that. And that's the type of energy that's coming back around. And then there's others that it's legitimately, I'm sorry, clean slate, and you can move forward. But it depends on what level and who it is and how it can pan out and how it can play out. You know? Like, say it's my accident. I'm sorry for everything I put you through. Yada, I'm really sorry. I can clean slate moving forward. Okay. That doesn't mean we take each other back. Figure the situation, move on. There's no point in dwelling. There's no point in going over why the fucking bridges were burnt. So there's a lot of different scenarios, like I said, and they're going to play out in different ways. And it's probably more than just one scenario that this is going to come into play with. That's just an example. I doubt he's going to come my way. But anywho, I'm just saying, like, I'm giving you prime examples, and people want to fucking bite their tongue when they don't want to say anything because the kids are involved. But you know what? I'm fucking over it, and you should be over it too. Because at the end of the day, your happiness matters. Your kids matter. Your kids come first. Their happiness. You can't keep playing things out as if and not addressing the bigger problem scenarios. Now, you know, they can be having issues with their own kids. Are they taking accountability? Are they working through that? Are they working on it? You want to know this stuff because it does matter. You want to be 6 months in and then all of a sudden you find out something and they tell you this, like, you wouldn't have done that 6 months ago. You wouldn't have put yourself in that situation. A lot of people like to say, oh, you know, well, we just met and yada, yada, yada. Got to take it slow day by day. But like your gut's going to tell you, like, if they have kids, you should be able to like bring it up, you know, how'd that go down? Might be a sore subject, but it's an important subject, you know. You want to know if somebody, you know, just is down to like date, but eventually, you know, they don't have kids and they don't want kids in their life, but you know, you want to date that person for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and then find out that they don't really want that. I mean, anything can change, and then they can change their mind, and then they figure out they do want that because you're the person. And, you know, it's like, oh, well, I never thought I would want it, but I you know, I want to be with you. So, you know, you work on things, but like, that's few and far in between that it will actually go down that way. So the energy that is coming back around, there needs to be honest and open fucking communication. There's no in-betweens. Oh, I should have did this. I should have asked that, but I didn't ask that because I didn't want that person to be uncomfortable. And how much do you say when somebody just comes around? Like, we're all going to be tested in that energy. How much do you share? How much do you choose to keep to yourself? Because I know anyone that comes into my life isn't going to have to deal with the bullshit like I've had to deal with. I've already addressed certain stuff that there's not drama attached to it. If there is drama attached to it, it's not on my end. It doesn't get projected my way either, or towards anybody else. So just know that energy is strong and it's potent. And I don't even mention certain stuff that I even mentioned today because it is personal. It is my personal life. It is certain stuff. But you know what? Spirit's like, I fucking had enough of this shit. That's where Spirit's at. Because this is the type of energy that wants to roll back around and fucking run their mouth. Best advice for you. Passion. Allow your passion to rise up. Sometimes we try to suppress our desires to fit into social expectations and the norms, but we can use this powerful force to thrive in our own personal and professional matter. Our passion for life's immersed when you become that place of love, the feeling of ultimate and the most powerful energy that we can emit. Be passionate about what it is you do and what you believe in. Do not carry out decisions based on fear, worry, guilt, or shame. This state of mind will only bring you this type of negative feeling back to you. Choose the best version of yourself and project that passion into the universe, which is pretty much everything I just said. Honestly. At the end of the day, what is best for you? Don't suppress it. Social expectations, norms, personal life. Because that powerful personal energy that you want to live and experience does stem from passion and going after what it is and being passionate about what it is you do, what you preach, how you want to live your life, your outcome, how you see things. It's things like that. Do not carry out decisions based on fear, worry, or guilt, or shame. Same thing. I'm touching base on a very uncomfortable situation, but it is what it is. And it's not going to change. The only thing that can change is your thought pattern, your perspective, how you look at life, how you want to carry out your own life. It's your state of mind, and it will come back to you. So choose the right version of you, and choose the right fucking people who gets to play a part in your life, in your world. So a lot of people are absolutely hands down about to get tested on this energy. Are you going to allow somebody to come in again and not follow through with a conversation that had already been started? You're going to allow somebody to come in and not apologize for something that they did or take accountability for something they did? Is it a reason? Is it an excuse? Are you just going to forgive them? Why this person wasn't in your life though? How did you feel? Did you feel better about yourself, better about a certain situation, less stressed, less drama? One less thing to fucking worry about? I mean, it's going to be different for everybody. But I'm sure in the meantime, whatever the separation is, I'm sure it's, there's been growth and you're going in certain directions and, you're not chasing, you're not being codependent. You're being honest, you're being authentic, you are who you are. You expect other people to be that person to you too, and if they're not, then why? Why bother? They have blockages. That's not being an asshole. That the only thing that brings towards you is frustration, and you don't need the frustration. You don't need the uncertainty. You don't need the bleak energy to, leaving doors open and not saying certain stuff so it leaves you feeling like you're curious. No, that's manipulation. That's narcissism. No one's got time for that. Be who you are. Don't be ashamed of how things go down. I mean, I'm swallowing my own fucking pride telling you something personal. It's going to benefit a lot of you, though. It's going to help. We all find ourselves in situations that are uncomfortable, unpredictable. So just know whomever it is that you're connecting with, whatever lessons are about to come your way too, you continue to be that person. And again, I'm only going to share so much to a certain extent because it is my family. It does concern my children. But what I just shared, that's an obvious, that's a given. My children would definitely be okay with that. Doesn't make the situation any easier though. So, and again, if this isn't about children, it's about a father figure, a mother figure, something. Some type of blockage that has to do with a past situation or a past life. But don't come in and let this energy dictate how things fucking gonna roll and try to control the situation either. Are you still going to go after your goals? You're still going to pursue your dreams? You're still going to go on that vacation? You're still going to move to that destination? You're still going to buy the car you want to buy? You're still going to do what it is you want to do just because somebody comes back and don't all crazy about it? Are you still going to pursue what it is you want to pursue? Because your ass is about to be tested. Are you going to compromise? Is it worth compromising? Because 2 weeks ago, there was no reason to compromise. You didn't see this person coming back into your life. You don't make decisions based off what if. What if they come back? Maybe I shouldn't move. Fuck that shit. Don't compromise yourself with this energy that's coming and rolling around. Do not compromise yourself. If you think something should be spoken about or talked about or discussed and they tell you it's not your business, then this person is no longer part of any type of business you want to fucking have with this person. Zero, zip, none. Get out. Don't look for a maybe. Don't look for a what if. Don't do it. It's not worth it. One fucking life, guys. We have one fucking life. Someone came towards me and apologized and was apologetic and was sincere and authentic and just, talked about so many things. Like, we're going to end up having a beautiful relationship, whether it's romantic or not, because that honesty and that type of connection is important, but there's not too many energies that are going to come around and really, be vulnerable like that. So don't make excuses for other fucking people. When you know clearly that it was you just played Ring Around the Rosie for a fucking entire year or for 10 years, no. Unless it's real fucking clear and you guys can get to the point where you even have to be vulnerable and share things. That's when you know something's reciprocated and possibly ready to mend. Okay? So, again, you've clearly been separated from this energy. There's a shift, and you're going to get tested on all aspects of things moving forward. How much are you willing to sacrifice and compromise? What are they sacrificing? What are they compromising? Because usually that energy that walks away or steps away from you or goes mute and does things like that, it's them trying to control certain situations and not wanting to touch upon emotions or family stuff or things. You know what I mean? Yes, that's on them. That's their fear. You ask me, it's pretty fucking clear. Whatever this is, it's going to be clear whether somebody is really being sincere and it's worth working on or not. Because while you were already in separation, your life became a lot more kosher. No confusion, less frustration. That's a given. But people are triggered right now. And a lot of people, the comics are standing up to the other comics, and then people want to roll around because that comic shunned them. And so let me go back this way and see what this one's up to, because a lot of people are going to want to be fed right now when you should be feeding yourself. Self-empowerment, self-love, self-respect. You don't need another energy to come in and make your day better. It's nice when another energy comes in and puts a smile on your face and but it's not always the case. And sometimes you do forgive people for the things that they put you through, and sometimes you can have a clean slate, but there's that can also take time. Just because it's the right time for them doesn't mean it's the right time for you, just because they come back around with a fucking apology. How does this person feel? How much open communication and honesty are you getting? Careful, because you're going to be tested with different aspects of your life. Your passion could be very different from that person's perspective when it comes to passion. You can have different relationship goals, different relationship values. Are you gonna compromise because there's love? Fuck that shit. We've been there and done that. You want to get challenged with that cycle again? Love is not enough. If you keep finding yourself in that fucking challenge, the answer is already pretty fucking clear. There's nothing unconditional. That love comes with condition. So just know this energy is coming towards you. And somebody might not support exactly what it is you're going after. And you may have a difference of opinion. But if they can't support you still at the end of the day, there's no point in even considering having a friendship or trying to mend something with somebody. Because real authentic friends and people will support you regardless of the situation. They're not going to make you fucking compromise or do this or do that or put it on you or make you feel guilty or make you question where you go next when you already secured in your mind, body, and soul where you were going next. But now all of a sudden this person comes in and now you gotta compromise or maybe consider some things. Fuck that shit. That's where people are going to start getting tested. You're going to sacrifice your own happiness? Well, they're just not ready to tell me everything. Well, then it's not time for you to hold this person's hand then. Because if they're not ready to tell you everything, then there's nothing about that situation that's reciprocal. There'll be nothing about that situation that would be 50-50. That person can't get vulnerable, start to trust again, to feel safe, to attempt to go after something they want, but they want to say they don't want it. There's no time for that shit in life anymore. There's not. Open, honest communication. It may hurt. And it might hurt other people. But it's the facts and it's the truth. At the end of the day, your life matters. Your emotions matter. Your feelings matter. Your thoughts matter. So if somebody can just fucking walk away with pure fucking silence and just shut something down, why are you going to compromise with somebody like that? They're compromising you. They just want to control a situation. And there's nothing about that situation that's positive. Nothing. And when you both find yourself in an uncomfortable situation with an uncomfortable topic and it feels worth talking about, then you know it's worth talking about and worth mending. But there is going to be tricky communication coming in. Or somebody will just hit you up and say something and then block you again because they just want to like irk you and put you down. Or they feel like they have control over you. Say hurtful fucking things and then block you. Those are some real fucking winners in life. Because there's energy out there like that too. Will say rotten shit to you to put you down. Because they don't have their own self-confidence and strength. Not going after what it is they want. And you got to belittle other fucking people and bring other people fucking down. That's on them. But they're going to project it towards you. So you don't pursue life. So you don't pursue passion. So you don't end up happy. Misery loves company all damn day. Frickin' frack. No one's got time for frickin' frack anymore. And I'm telling you, some situations are worth mending and some are not. This is going to hit people in all different ways and not just in one category of your life. You're going to be tested in multiple categories of your life right now. Within the next few weeks. That's a given. It's a given. And then someone sees you happy and then they got something to fucking say, and then all of a sudden they want back because you're happy and you're vibing higher. Or someone comes back because you're not chasing them or you're not fucking feeding them. We're talking about adults, not children that stomp their fucking feet because they didn't get their way and slam their fucking door. All right, get over it, dude. See you in the morning. We're adulting here. Own your shit, accept your shit, work on your shit. Don't come in my life, project that shit. Have me just fucking feed you. Be part of my life? You want to be a part of my life? Tell me you want to be a part of my life. Act like you want to be a part of my life. Show me you want to be a part of my life. It's not like this has to be a fucking trial basis, but I mean, come on. And others just want to fucking, play fucking games or fucking put you down. Run their mouth and then fucking block you as if you were the fucking problem. They just don't want to take accountability for their own shit. And if there's kids involved, be damn sure you know where you fucking stand. If someone tells you it's not your fucking business what's going on behind the scenes, they're no longer your business, guys. I can't stress that enough. There's a difference between being vulnerable and telling people or getting in the middle. You should never get in the middle of something unless someone asks for help or wants you to get in the middle of something. And that's when it comes to help, not just running your fucking mouth as a third person. So don't discard those little things, because those little things are huge. They're big things. But if they can own that they fucked up when it comes to their own children, or you know what I mean? They can own that and they're trying to mend it, then that's something that can be worked on. That's not a big deal. Because it takes time to grow. It takes time to evolve. It takes time to see if somebody's going to be honestly that person. It doesn't happen overnight. There has to be some balance. There has to be like some compromising. But what are you going to compromise? Is it worth compromising? Do you have somebody that's taken accountability for what they did? Is that person working on things? It is your fucking business. They don't get to come back and just know about your fucking business and not share their fucking business. So be smart, because this is multiple things going on with multiple people in multiple aspects of your life. This is not just one scenario, guys. I can, if I was to think of one friend, I can put her here. If I'm thinking about a past, an ex, for a prime example, kid's father, I can put them there. This is the next lover, I can also put them there. This is someone I just dated, I can also put them there. This has to do with work, I can see where it's going, I can also put that there. This is going to affect multiple aspects of your life, not just one thing. So don't let this one energy come in and dictate what you already had planned for tomorrow. That's the reality of the test that's coming towards everybody. So hang in there, guys. Especially if you have kids, it will get better. And things might be uncomfortable and topics might need to be discussed. But, there's nothing wrong with forgiving energies. Just make sure that it feels right and you're not compromising anything. And just because someone comes back and wants to be a friend, be smart there too, because, they're also dealing with karmic shit too. You don't need to take on somebody else's fucking luggage. Because a lot of people just want to put that weight on you, or just make sure you're still there so they have control over a certain situation. If somebody comes back and doesn't take accountability for what it is they done or did, why? Why bother? You've known somebody for 30 years, so you should just let them back in through the door. All right, I forgive you. We can be friends. that person probably has a different agenda for you. So be smart. Don't forget to stay grounded, okay? Continue doing what it is you're doing on a daily basis that gets you through the day. And don't forget to appreciate what you already have in the midst of this chaos and conflict that somebody else possibly wants to bring your way. You know? People are going to find themselves in some tough scenarios. And if it's not you, it's your children, it's your friends. Be careful what you take on. Be careful what you think like you have to take on. You know what I mean? So it's very clear that this energy is getting closer. And this could be really great energy and a brand new person coming into your life or something you can mend. And all this chaos comes around it because people can feel your energy being pushed away. So they're going to want to come back. Okay? Careful what you share, certain stuff. Make sure you have good intention behind what you share, not ill intention, because that will always come back and bite you in the ass. You know? So I hope my little story, my own personal situation that was, told with good intent helps some of you guys, because it is not easy being a parent and somebody else not wanting to co-parent with you. It's painful. But we keep on living, we keep on moving, keep on rocking, right? Still keep playing that parent. You do the best you can. But you can only do so much for so long and say so much for so long before certain stuff does have to be addressed in a very delicate way. You still don't have to make it look like somebody else is a monster, but you are going to find yourself in situations where, other people do get called out for their shitty behavior because you want to make sure your kids know right from wrong. And that's not putting another parent down necessarily. It's not ill intention. It's just we all have a life to live. You want to raise your children the best way you can raise them. So there is going to be uncomfortable scenarios and situations, but people can always make, their lives better by changing and look at things differently and apologizing and righting their wrongs right, and that says a lot when you take accountability. So people make mistakes with life, but there's some things other people that come in and they're just coming in to kind of poke you, not to make a situation right. They want to be fed. So there's a lot of things coming back around for forgiveness, and not all of them deserve your forgiveness, and some of them do. So that's up to you on how something plays out, but go about your day with good intention. Positive thoughts. You'll be okay. Someone else gives you an evil eye, so be it. One fucking life, guys. We got one fucking life. If you really want to make amends with somebody, go and make amends, whether you get shut down or not. One fucking life, guys. One. Enjoy it. Appreciate it. People deserve second chances. Not everybody, but some. And it takes time. On how something plays out. But if they have good intentions, you got good intentions, at the end of the day, it's all going to work out, guys. Okay? Remember that. There's a lot of good things in life too. You know? So I'm hoping whatever scenarios come our way, it's obvious. You know? And we're comfortable making the decisions we make. One life. Somebody comes back in, you figure out a month later it was wrong move. That's all right. Move on. Don't ask why or just move on. No explanation needed. It's okay. Move on. You know? So, honestly, life is just too short for this shit, guys. Make sure the people you spend time with are just as authentic as you are. Honestly. I love you guys so much, and I will see you mañana. You're very welcome. I love you too. Bye, guys. Hang in there. We got this. We got this. Been there, done that, right? It's harder when it involves children or other things, but it's going to be multiple aspects of your life. And we got this. We've been doing this for years, right? We're a family. We're good. Life happens. Shit happens. We're smart. We've learned a lot. We've been through a lot. I love you guys.